Hello and welcome back, Josh, Sam, and anyone else who's watching to Lviv and Let Die. Now we are back for the potentially title-winning games. I found out that we only need to win one of our final games, so I didn't go too far. I beat Govela 2-0 in the quarterfinals of the Ukrainian Cup, Borovkov and Petrenko scoring. And then we beat Arsenal Kiev 3-1, a game. We have a fairly poor record against Kiev. We've not had. I can look at the past meetings there if it doesn't take too long to load, and it doesn't. We do have a decent record, but it feels like in the last couple of seasons we've not been great. I guess that's because we lost. We haven't actually lost to them for ages. Okay, so there's no reason really for me to feel like we aren't good. We just drew with them 2-2 last season. So never mind then. We beat them 3-1 anyway, which means that if we beat Metalist today, we win the league, or if we don't beat them, we beat Chornomorets, Moretz, we do win the league. So things are in our hands. It's good. Our semi-final is against Bukovina, who are in the second division. They are, I think, third in the second division. Let's just have a quick check. They were third anyway. Yeah, they're still third, in with the chance of getting promoted. Last time we played them was in the Premier League a few years back, where we beat them something like 6-0. So a bit of fun. Krivbas are playing Ilichivets, which could give us extra cause for hope, because Ilichivets are a team who beat people every so often. Our record against Metalist isn't great. It's pretty much, in fact, it's bang average. They've just got a better goal difference than us. That's partly because they were a really good team when we were a newly promoted team. But now we are the best team. In our recent results, we've been better than them. So let's hope to take that forward and continue that form. Now then, what are we going to do? How are we going to play this? Gonzalez got injured a little bit. He's not out for too long, but he is a little hurty. Let's go. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Tomasi, I meant to do that. And we'll bring on Fabry. Otherwise, I think the team looks pretty good. Oh, let's put in Gogua for Golovchenko. But otherwise, we're looking toisty. So we're going to play that team. We've been beating them fairly comfortably recently. In recent games, we're at home in a big game where we need to win, although they are playing 5 across the midfield again. So the opportunity for us to win should be right there for us. I think we can do this. We've already beaten them this season, I'm pretty sure. I think we beat them 3-0. Anyway, here we go then. The early run-ins is coming from us. Gogwa puts the ball to the back post. Barsan. Oh, Nikolov went for a classic long-range effort with his worst foot and did bad. I think Krivbas are winning already. No, they're drawing. Gogwa with the free kick. Oh, it comes off the post. Mick puts it across, but Schumacher clears. I know, well, that's just the normal amount of points. Because it was an 8 and a 4, it confused me. I don't know how. It just didn't seem like. Oh, Val's really going at Nikolov there. Big Georgian Mick puts the ball up to Rosic, who heads the ball onto nobody, but he might be able to get there himself. He does. He gets ahead of Restrepo. Can he cross? Puts it to Bakor. It's hit the post again. Fuentes was unable to just get in there and put the ball into the net. But we do recover the possession, and now we go again. Gogwa to Rosic. Rosic through to Bakor. Bakor hits high and wide, but he was also offside apparently, although I think that must have been a marginal call. Mikhailian. Anyway, Fuentes has the ball. Koulibaly, can he slip through Rosic? No, he goes himself, but Mikhailian saves. Restrepo now on the ball. Maminovic, Schumacher, Val, Maminovic. Oh, Schulmeister, that's a cool. I like anyone with Meister in their name is good. Rodrigo gives it out to Bihari, but Bihari was tackled by our man in the box, Big Georgian Mick. Schulmeister to Maminovic, who hits the ball well over the bar. A confident showing from the lads so far. They've been reduced to half chances. We've had a number of good chances, which we might rue not having taken, but we'll see. Schulmeister, Panesso. Oh, Restrepo with a terrible wayward effort. Koulibaly's been booked, and was it 2 of our players have been booked? Yeah, one of theirs has been booked. That's fine then. because we do get quite a lot of bookings. It's quite annoying. Okay, here we go. Last chance of the half. Koulibaly. Djuric. Up to Tuamasi. Djuric. Tuamasi turns. Gives it to Gogwa. Gives it to Fuentes. Fuentes absolutely rifles in a stunner. And we are 1-0 up. And we are winning this league. Excuse me a second. It's a classic early morning sneeze. And it might be followed up by another one. Let's see. Just as we watch, Fuentes is finished there. Lovely stuff. He's worth all those £5 million. I realised in the last episode, I think it was, I was talking about how poor Dynamo Kiev had become, or have become, and they're in the other semi-final of the cup, and they were described by the game as penniless. Excuse me a sec. So, yeah, obviously they've had some money issues because that's why they are sort of languishing in mid-table. Obolon look like they're going down, although they've still got 2 games to save themselves. Schulmeister. Djuric, big clearance, and now Koulibaly can chase. Don't get yourself sent off. Koulibaly, and by that I mean, often you see the defender gets it and they tackle them from behind, and they can quite often get yellow cards for that. Anyway, Restrepo. Zayat. Okay, we'll take it. I also was just checking there, and we see that Krivbas are still drawing 0-0, although Ilichevitz have had a man off through injury, so they will have been able to substitute him. Barshan, left by Barshan, and Nikolov manages to save him. Gogwa to Tuamasi to Koulibaly. Koulibaly, the ball comes in, Rosic heads in, and we are winning this division, friends. We are winning this division. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Sevastopol, they've got their 10th goal of the season, guys. In their 28th game. Let's take off Bakur. Let's go Caravaggio in the middle there, just giving some game time. Lovely ball in from Tuamasi. Rosic, all he had to do was tap it in, and that's what he did with his head. Lovely, lovely finish. Metalist down to 12th, which is very poor for quite an illustrious club by Ukrainian standards. Krivbas still drawing 0-0. Nikolov up to Rosic. Rosic to Caravaggio to Nikolov. Borshan out to Tuamasi. Heads it on. Koulibaly was waiting, but Brunchik manages to tap it on further. Let's take him off as well. Let's give... No, we've got Handanovic and he's fit, so let's play Handanovic. Bihari now. Bihari with the ball on to Koshalev. Koshalev put into a good position, but he just hits the ball wide. Goal for Ilichevitz here would just put the icing on the cake. But it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Speaking of goals, let's get another one maybe. Entertain the fans. Zayat's getting a yellow. No, he didn't get a yellow. He just got a warning. That's a shame. Barshan now to Big George and Mick. Everyone's favourite. Barshan. And again, can we go out to the left? Nope. Big George and Mick gets it. Gogwa going straight down the middle of the pitch here. They're still playing with 5 in midfield. Oh, no, they're not. They've gone 4-4-2. Okay. Gogwa tackled by Panesso. Is he going to get booked? Yeah, it's a yellow card. No, he didn't get booked either. Oh, bloody hell, this ref's a bit lenient. Big George and Mick, his ball goes to try and find Papalidis, but he manages to tackle. Yes! Oh, come on. He did well to win the ball back, good tenacity, but his... Gogua. But yeah, unfortunately, his cross didn't manage to find anyone. He was just slightly behind all of our strikers. Mikalayan, Gogua doesn't win the ball in the end. No one does, in fact. It just bounces straight through to Amori. 75 minutes played. Still 15 minutes to go here. Don't concede. Don't make it nervy. Okay, Papalidis to Rosic. Oh, his cross hits our first man. Bounces out. Sets up a corner, a break for them. Come on, Panesso. Zayat, Amari. Koshalev, no. Anichich covers smartly. Gives it straight away. Big ball to Djuric, who tried to do, I'd say, possibly the right thing, tried to sort of improvise, but did it very badly. It just smashes the ball off for a throw. Or Krivbas have gone ahead from a penalty. Barshan at the back post. Unfortunate for Milicevic there. Could have tried a little harder, but whatever. That means we can't. This doesn't win us the result then. It doesn't win us the league. Confirmed. Realistically, it does, considering our goal difference. Barshan heads over as well. Could have extended that goal difference even more, but didn't. Is that the end of the game? It's a deserved victory for Lviv. There we go. But we haven't won the league yet. We did pretty well. It said there that it suggested there that was a bit of a let-off on the text at the bottom, but I don't think that's true. Anyway, quality of possession provides victory. We are now... when we won it, how many points did we get? 67. So we're actually nearly doing better than we did the time that we won it. We've already qualified for the Champions League because the top two qualify for the Champions League. And now we have to play Chornomorets, who are down in 12th, to guarantee us the cup, the league title. So let's try and do that. Why not? Let's just try. I haven't had any water or coffee this morning, so my voice, at least to me, sounds like it's a little bit scratchy. I'm also just about to go and have some injections, some jabs, because I'm going to Thailand. So I'm recording these well in advance. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the uploads. I might try and mess around with the delayed upload thing, where you upload them and then they only get published after a certain amount of time. Excuse me. So we'll see about that. So you might not even hear this until I get back, but we'll see. 26 league goals in the season for Rosic, having scored 25 last season. Post, going to be the English Footballer of the Year. What's going on in the Premier League this year? Dagner and Redbridge staying up by the skin of their teeth at the moment, although not all confirmed yet. Swindon down in 7th. That's a bit of a shame. Spurs, Liverpool have had quite the resurgence, considering last season they finished... they're on a bit of an upward trend, but 2 years ago they were nearly relegated. Dear. Oh, that's a good point. Without conceding one, we actually have a clean sheet. And there's Sam's boys from Football Manager Mobile, Nordsjælland, losing 3-0 to Copenhagen. Oh, okay. I'll make a note to speak to my colleagues about that. Okay, so someone might... Legia might... Oh, what's going on in the Extraclasse? And Slanska, of course, at the top. It's pathetic. Like there's a team that's always... it's usually someone else is above them, and then just through sort of attrition, they end up winning the league. They've lost 5 games. But because Polonia have drawn 7. God, Slanska, man, what are you doing? Okay. Backroom advice meeting. Let's see what they want to say to us. Spack is always unhappy about his workload. He's a fool. Yeah. Nope. We need 1 point to guarantee winning the league. Okay. The the Chornomorets boss thinks they're going to stop us. Rosic is rallying the troops. He only needs to get the 1 goal and then we win 1-0. Shut up. Shakhtar's manager, I hope they stick with him because he's crap. Gonzalez will not probably play. I wouldn't call it excited. Maybe that one. We have to wait and see. There's always a little tension, nothing out of the ordinary. Yep, this is a normal game and we are going to smash it. Interesting. Oh, because it's only his league goals. But yeah, I was going to say, it feels like Tomasi's got a lot more goals than that. But I guess it's only the league goals that show up in these stats here. A bit like Rosic. Rosic will... I think when they retire, their goal scoring stats, just they all get conglomerated together. Like they all get sort of bound together. So whilst they're an active player, their record shows their league goals for a club, and then it changes into the... I'm not sure if that's true. This game still got secrets from me. Even now. Milenkovic. Okay. What's happening here then? Blackburn takeover on the rocks down in League One. I noticed that Everton were relegated. God's sake. Stevenage going up to the Championship. Watford have won League Two. Lewis is still there, 20th, just above Nottingham Forest. I love this timeline. Oh man, I accepted that Swindon should have become more dominant in the Premier League. I think I could have stayed and made them more dominant, but it took me so long to get them there. There's Lucas Smalls for Chernomorets, who scored the winner against Krivbas earlier on in the season, which allowed us to get in this position. We now have the opportunity to repay him by smashing his team as well. Let's just play like that. I think we're fine. Yeah. I think we're going to win this. They're playing again with 5. They're at home and they're playing with a 5-man midfield. Come on, boys. Take it seriously. Okay, all the standard stuff. Koulibaly has 20 goals this season, by the way, so it doesn't really... The other thing that could happen is if our friends from, where are they, Krivbas lose to Dynamo. Oh, they are winning though. But if they were to lose, we would win anyway. Big George and Mick heads over the bar in this absolutely Goliath-sized stadium. Our players are tiny little ants. Oh, Barshan heads over the bar. Anyway, a point would win us this league, but let's try and get another win. Bakur gets the ball again. Bakur puts the ball in. Labant heads over the bar. It's lots of chances in the quick succession at the beginning of the game here, but none of them even on target yet. All of them headed over the bar. 24 minutes. Fuentes to Rosic. Fuentes again. Fuentes. Shovganov. Good name. Hoxha. Rosic to Koulibaly. He was tackled and now Mikava has it at the back for Chernomorets. They are playing it around slowly, like the fools at football they are. Hoxha. Did we record a Chernomorets game? Oh, nicely worked move there from them. Did we record a game against these guys earlier on in the season as well? I think we did, because I remember not being able to say their striker's name. Petkov. Dranitsky. Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on. No. Oh, for God's sake. Of course. Verleen have really fallen away. Oh, my God. Okay. Come on, boys. We can do this. Gogwell with your stupid free kicks. Nazarenko used to score them occasionally. That's what I liked. Right, now then, Juric to Koulibaly, tackled by Petkov. Their formation is working well. Big George and Mick beaten to the ball, and now their chance to attack again. Dranitsky to Hoxha. Valev, they're playing it around nicely. Oh, and Anicic manages to keep the ball out. Dranitsky puts the ball in. Valev now from the edge of the area smashes over the bar. We're not holding up our side of the bargain here. Koulibaly tries to slip through Rosic. Rosic gets the ball. Rosic scores. He forces that ball into the goal. It was not a fine move. Do not lie. Tackled them in the box and then scored. But we have got the goal back. Chernomorets, something of a bogey team for us, having beaten us 4-0 in the cup final. At least they don't have that Olawale EK anymore. But yeah, not great. I mean, 30 goals. We've literally conceded 1 goal per game, which is just embarrassing. Koulibaly, can he put it in? Can we get ahead just before half-time? Not quite. Nikolov up to Gogua. Gogua puts the ball through to Rosic. Rosic scores again, and we have turned it round in 2 minutes. A quick-fire double. Rosic on 31 for the season now. He must be edging. I think the record for league goals for the club is 54, so he must already be within about 3 or 4 of that record now. Rosic has been sensational. Yes, please. Calm. I'm happy with your performance so far. Assertive. You weren't that bad. Who's playing without constant confidence? Nikolov. Why? Suddenly just feeling unconfident. Whatever. Shapovalov. Keeper gets there. Nicely done, sir. Anicic to Laban. Huge ball up to Rosic, but it doesn't quite get there. There's a lot more space in this stadium than in most. You'd think that would benefit Rosic, at least, who's quite a quick player. And he's got through again here. Rosic, he's got his hat-trick. He's got his hat-trick to seal the championship title for us. We are 6 points clear of Kruvbas. We've scored 80 goals this season. Rosic has scored 32 of them. What a player. Barshan, just long ball up through the middle. Rosic runs through, hits the ball in off the post. 3 goals within. So he got his first on 44. Tell me the time of the goal. It's not telling me the time of the goal. Well, we'll check it in a minute. But basically 3 goals in 3 minutes, essentially, either side of the half. And we are winning this division, my friends. Lapaya puts the ball in. They don't get it clear. They don't get it in. And now Rosic is springing a counter-attack. Can he put the ball in for Koulibaly? He does. It hits the post, though. Labant maybe can finish off. No. Come on, boys. Puts the ball into Rosed, which, I mean, in this stadium is quite the feat, unless the stadium is incredibly tall. Big Georgian Mick. Rosic now. Rosic is on the ball. He's looking up for this one. Koulibaly has it. Koulibaly goes for a very long, ambitious effort there. Let's go for Carvacho again, because I want him to stay and I want him to be happy. Let's also play Karasi, and let's have Michal Fabry play as well, just because he needs to have some game time, I suppose, if we're going to sell him. He's 29. I think he's the one we need to get rid of. He's also the worst one of them, I'm pretty sure. And we've got a couple of quite decent 18-year-olds going through. In the youth team, there's a Bulgarian one, which I think will probably be our backup centre-back next season. Which is good. We're getting to the point now where we don't need to sign first-teamers. We need to just buy youth teamers who will develop into first-teamers. And that process is starting to come off after only a few years in... Oh, who got injured there? No, it doesn't tell us. Big Georgian Mick. Shovganov manages to save it, though. Did we... That was Labant. But they can't take him off, unfortunately. Of course, I always made my triple substitution too early. Wheatland Classic. Big Georgian Mick manages to force the ball... Oh, no. Hosha scores for some reason. Absolutely pummeled the ball into the goal there. Quite why he did it. He wasn't... He was under some pressure, but it's not like... What the hell happened? Gogua puts the ball in the middle. Georgian Mick forced it towards goal, and then either Shevganov cleared it into Hosha, or Hosha just had a bet on the score being 4-1. Ball comes in the middle. Mikava manages to clear, but Bakur has it now. What's happening, everybody? Come on. Carvacho, Lepaya, Juric tackled nicely by Helvida, but we managed to get there. Petkov, Dranitsky, yes, lovely stuff. We're playing like champions now. Karasi to Labant, to Juric. Juric up to Labant, but Petkov heads it on. Leave it. Oh, why do you do that? Why do they always do that? Charge after it, so there's absolutely no chance of them keeping it in once they get there. Let it run off. Gogwa to Nikolov now. Nikolov apparently not being confident, and then he plays a very strange ball back to Anicic. Up to Big Georgian Mick. Come on then, fella. Juric, Labant, Karasi, Carvacho through to Rosic. Rosic, oh, could have had a fourth. Should have had a fourth. Hits the post. Inches the other way, and he would have been in. Juric now. Labant puts the ball in the middle. Kolesnik manages to head clear behind. It's another corner. Gogwa puts the ball in the middle again. Fabry going in for it at the back post. Doesn't quite get there. Labant tries as well, but no. Nikolov to Rosic. Tackled again. Big Georgian Mick to Juric now. Juric all the way back to Anicic and back to Juric. We're playing it nicely, keeping the ball, the possession at play that I don't think we're particularly famed for. We are actually having more possession than them in this game. I never really paid much attention to the possession stats unless they're outrageous. Carvacho went for the effort there, was deflected, and then Rosic had a chance. Has he injured himself? Gogua puts the ball in the middle. Carvaccio heads over the bar. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. Dynamo Kiev have equalised against Krivbas. Penniless Dynamo Kiev. Thank you, Dynamo, for making our victory all the sweeter. Carvaccio hits over the bar again, but it's okay. Obolon are relegated with whatever result they're having, 3-1 against Govela, who is in pretty good form at the end of the season. But we have absolutely dominated that game, and we have won the title. We got out of that after the initial scare. But we have won the league. So we have won the league. Come on! West Brom were relegated. Sheffield United have won the championship. Fulham relegated from League One. Wheatland has entered the Ukrainian Hall of Fame, of course. Nation, Ukraine. I'm down there, slightly above the Dynamo Kiev manager, Alexei Mikhailichenko, but not quite up there with Valery Lobanovsky or this Mircea Lucescu. How, with that record, is he below him? Oh, is it the European trophy that he won? That's probably what it is. All right, anyway, good. I brought glory to Lviv again. Let's go to our information. And I'm now the best favoured personnel. Why can I not be an icon? What's wrong with you people? Lviv board delighted with our Premier League win. Yes, please. Obolon have gone down. Lviv win it with a sensational game. Rosic with his 32nd of the season. Milijevic, who's the Serbia boss, coming to watch half of our team for his games. Now we can attend. Title race was a close run thing. I'd be lying if I said I never doubted it, but it was good. I'm delighted. I'm ecstatic. Made my halftime talk easier for sure. Daniel's contribution was excellent. He's amazing. These youngsters can go as far as they want. Did they just ask me if I could win anything with kids? What a stupid thing. Fans love him and he's not leaving. I refuse to allow it. John Menzo, he's a former player of mine, so therefore he will win the league, win the player thing. Now, I'm going to play the Ukrainian Cup semi-final myself, and then if we win it, we will be back for Sevastopol and the final. So I'll see you guys in possibly the next one, or maybe at the beginning of next season, because I'm not going to play just Sevastopol at the end. See you later then, guys. Bye.